Good morning and welcome to this latest Lenten art meditation, and a particular welcome to you all, to you especially if you are joining me for the first time this morning. Here's how this meditation works. The meditation is based on a work of art chosen by the wonderful sister Wendy Beckett in her Art of Lent book, and I will combine some words written by her and my own personal reactions and reflections on the chosen work of art. The meditation will last no more than 10 minutes and really is an invitation to spend a few minutes out of our daily routine, to be arrested by the spiritual and divine possibilities of visual art. This week's theme is peace, and today's theme or subject is choosing peace. The focus for this meditation is the 1908 painting Interior by Wilhelm Hammershøi. I'm sure many of you will be familiar with his work, but just a little bit of information. Hammershøi, a Danish artist working in the late 19th century and early 20th century, and famous for these kinds of scenes, whether they be interiors or paintings focused on subjects. A very famous portrait painter, and most especially noted for his subdued palette. Choosing peace. Sister Wendy writes this: an acceptance of the vulnerability on which peace is based, and weighing of significance in the light of eternity, can seem to some an abdication from life's everyday realities. Hammershøi's woman sits in an enclosed space, head bent. She could be thought to be imprisoned by her context and weakly complicit with her lack of liberty. Yet the artist shows us door upon door, with a luminous window beyond. It certainly strikes me when I spend time with this work of art, and when I place it in the context of the particular constraints often placed on women in 19th century and 20th century life, that the peace in this image is not strictly chosen. This inner realm might be this woman's domain, but it's clear that she is not occupying public space. To what extent has she actually chosen peace, rather than having a kind of stillness imposed upon her? At this time when all of our lives have been thrown upside down by coronavirus, perhaps this image, over 100 years old, speaks to us in extraordinary new ways. We have been placed beyond choice as a result of COVID restrictions. Yet the spiritual possibility of seeking after peace, seeking after God, seeking after meaning in the midst of constraint remains available. We cannot see this woman's face. We do not know whether actually it has a look of horror or distress or anxiety upon it? Or is it composure, discovering freedom in the midst of societally imposed constraints? Has she discovered in this space a freedom which cannot be taken away from her by anyone, whether that be patriarchal constraints or societal expectations? Is she framing freedom in God? Of course, this painting also is one which has open doors within it, an invitation to walk away from this room. This woman can travel and move, and yet she sits. So perhaps the story of this painting is actually one of chosen peace. Sister Wendy writes this: "The artist shows us door upon door, with a luminous window beyond. Light plays over the woman's form from behind as well as from ahead. If she chooses, she has only to stand erect and move down the waiting corridor. If she stays motionless, reading, sewing, that is her choice. Peace is never imposed. It cannot be. It is a deliberate choice, an ordering of priorities in a moral context. We look at the options and evaluate them. And surely that truth applies whether we live in a time of COVID or not. Thank you for joining me once again for this very short Lenten art meditation. I do hope that you've found something striking within it. And should you wish to revisit any of these meditations, then you can do so simply by visiting my YouTube site. I do hope you're able to join me once again tomorrow at 9 a.m. for our next Lenten art meditation. Until then, may you have a blessed, happy and holy day. And may you dare, where you can, to choose peace.